Alright, welcome back to the channel, everybody. I know it's been a while. Been super busy working a lot. Excuse the messy garage. But been working on my dad's engine quite a bit. It's actually pretty much ready to go. We just got to get it to the car and put it in the car. And all that, the turbos and manifolds and everything are all up there. There's the heads for the 5.3. All kinds of parts up there. But there's that. It's all together, ready to go. All the stuff's figured out. The Nova. Got the front end on. It's sitting on all fours, which it's been over a year since it's been on all fours, I think. I just got it on all fours last week. I just haven't been filming because I figured I didn't want to bore everybody with stuff they've already seen. If you do have any questions on what I did or how I did it, go ahead and post in the comments below. Power light's still sitting in it. I gotta pull it out, have it taken into the training shop, have it built. I don't have shocks on it yet because I'm not putting the cheap shocks that come with the front end clip from Classic Performance. I'm going to put some 90-10 drag shocks on it or something. But the firewall's all painted except for this portion right here because I just haven't painted that section because I was waiting for the seam sealer to dry. That side's all painted. I got to pull off the brackets for the hood hinges and all that fun stuff and paint those, but that's a little here nor there stuff. It's sitting on some... My dad has had these tires and then carrying them around with him in storage for years, since I can remember, and they're actually old retread slicks, which I didn't know they made. They literally make retread slicks. It's kind of weird, I didn't know that, but it's an actual slick. It has little wear dots in it. I don't know if you guys can see it. Like I said, excuse the mess. Here, it's a nice day today actually. I just had nobody to help me, but I'm going to roll the car out since it's rolling now and clean the garage and organize the garage so I can have more room. But anyways, I kind of wanted to give an update on what was going on. So that's been going on. Got the oil returns all welded into the panel of this. It's literally like it's ready to go. Everything's together. But more exciting news. My stuff. The 5.3. I picked it up from the machine shop. It's all clean. Look how pretty it is. I didn't have any machine work done. It was literally so dirty that Brake Clean wasn't going to clean it, so I took it, paid $50 to have that, the crank, and the rods and the pistons all hot tanked and cold tanked. And this is hot tanked. The rods and pistons obviously can't be hot tanked. But it's all clean, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a hone on it. And then I've got rings and bearings, cam bearings, rod bearings, mains, rings, so I'm going to hone it and got the rings. Put the rings in. I've got my ICT billet mounts, conversion mounts, so I can put those on the block side, and then regular small block Chevrolet stuff here for that. I don't think I have anything else too much more exciting except for what I've got going on here. So I'm going to go ahead and move the camera, and I guess I'll show you guys me honing it. Not that it's much of a big deal because if you're watching this channel, you probably know how to hone a block, but for those of you that don't, I'm going to go ahead and make a video on that. Okay, so I've got it all set up out here. It's a block, and then I've got some plastic laying out so that way I don't get oil all over the ground. But I'll show you down in here, see if we can get a good picture of these cylinder walls. They still have the factory cross hatching in it. It's pretty nice, actually. I don't know if you can really tell through the camera. There's a few cylinders that have some scrape marks from the piston skirts, which is normal for an LS-based engine. But that's what the hone's for. You can't feel it. It's literally just little scuff marks. But the block came out pretty clean for the most part. Like I said, I got a super good deal. A local smaller machine shop around town, Paul's Machine, here in Oregon. So he hooked it up pretty good. Just like I said, he charged me $50 to wash all 3 items, which are super cheap compared to everybody else. And I told him it didn't have to be perfect because it's pretty much a junkyard engine. I want it clean. I don't know. Some people would just slap it together and run it, but I'm a little bit more nitpicky than that. Like, I'm putting new rings and bearings and everything in it, so nothing fancy though. Like, no total seal rings. They're just generic rings and bearings, pretty much. Nothing fancy. So I've got the ball hung, trusty Milwaukee. And I'm just going to take some oil. I'm going to oil the cylinder and put a little bit on the ball hone and go to town. Just kind of, I guess you'll see what I do here. It's kind of self-explanatory. Generic motor oil, nothing special. Take my wet herring off for this so I don't get nasty. I like to use a lot of oil. Just get a rag so I don't make a huge mess. Because it's nasty! And boom. I will wipe that away and check it and see if it looks good to me, and if it looks pretty clean, we'll leave it at that. Oh yeah, let me show you guys. Doesn't take much. Like I said, I'm just cleaning up, just honing up, making it clean and look nice. With the ball honed, you don't want to come up past the deck height really. Oh, too much? I mean, a little bit yes, but you don't want to round that edge. You want to keep it as flat as possible. But I'll look down in there. See how much cleaner that is compared to that one. So you can see where the piston stopped and everything. It's all nice and clean now. Little edges, and it's still blurry for me, not wiping it down all the way, and I'll spray it down with brake clean, clean it after. So that's it. Multiply that times 8 and you got a nice clean honed block.